channel. In this time, I want to explain about fricative, affricative, and nasal. Before I start our lesson, I want to introduce myself. My name is Wempi Sisilia Huda. I'm from Class A Education of 2017. Now we will enter the material, but before I will explain about what the phonology. So phonology is the science of system in a language. The science is one of branches of linguistics that deals with how to pronounce a language, and phonology as the part which we will discuss is one of the language, namely fricative, affricative, and nasal. And the first, fricative is the sound product by blowing air inside the mouth to the sideliness formed by the tongue, teeth, and lips. And the fricative has a symbols for example for pronunciation and are symbol any F, V, S, and Z. F and P sound almost like P, doesn't blow air to the sideliness but sound round, while F blow air to the sideliness for them so sound F. Beside fricative any production, any labiodental, dental, alveolar, and palate alveolar. In this number one is labiodental. Labiodental any two voiceless and voiced. And F in the voiceless, the example the 5 and 4. And the voiced any V. And the example is fine and violet. And the number 2 is dental. Dental same the labiodental, any two voiceless and voiced. But in the voiceless any in the example in this and think, and the voiced any so the example the this, that, and then. In the number 3 any alveolar in the voiceless any s, for example is sheep and sun. In the voiced any z, for example this zoo, zip, and zebra. And the last in the number 4 any palate of alveolar, so voiceless any the example is shark and sheep, and the voiced any the example the azura. And then is a fricative. So affricative is a consonant sound that is produced by means of an active articulation breathing. The full flow or air then forming a narrow gap with a passive articulator. Starting from the fricative, before there is an affricative, so the affricative is derivative of the fricative, and the affricative is symbol to t and j. So affricative also any the production any to t and j. So in the t any in the voiceless, for the example choose, beach, and change. Any the any for voiced, and the for example to joy, John, and orange. And the last, the nasal. So nasal consonant is one in which the air escapes only to the nose. Nasal consonant or nasal are phonemes which are realized with the help of the nasal suffix. Nasal also any production any for m, and ny, and ng. I I think just enough for a lesson of English phonology, especially fricative, affricative, and nasal. I'm so sorry if I mistake. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.
Okay.